A young Vancouver author has just published a new children's book, and it's full of colorful depictions of dragons, far-flung countries, and food. Karina Zhou is here to tell us about her award-winning book now. Karina, hello there.
Hi, Gloria. Hi, thank you for having me.
Well, let's talk about where you are, first of all. But you're from Vancouver, but we've caught up with you in San Francisco. So what are you doing there?
Yeah, I'm studying college at San Francisco at California College of the Arts. I'm currently majoring in animation.
Well, tell us about how this whole book idea came about.
Yeah, so it all began when I wanted to enter a picture book contest that was hosted by a Chinese and French organization. And so I reflected a lot about my life and I realized I want to tell this story about when I brought tea eggs to my class on Multicultural Day. And that experience changed a lot of my perspective on how I view my culture and my confidence in expressing my culture to my friends. And so I created this storybook for this contest, and it did so well there that I wanted to share it with the rest of the world.
Well, let's talk about the food that you brought to school then when you were young. The tea eggs. Tell us about the tea eggs.
Tea eggs is a really common dish in a lot of Asian countries and in China. It's something that my family always made when I was growing up. My mom would always make it for me, and I didn't realize it before that a lot of other kids at school had never had it before. And so they have this brown tint to it. So at first, my classmates were a little bit weary when I brought it in to share, but they tried it and they enjoyed it so much that it made me just really happy that I could like share my love and culture with other people.
Well, let's talk about your love of illustration now. Can you hold up the book for us? Because we want to see some of your beautiful work there. Look at that. Kai's tea eggs and that dragon. When did your love for animation and illustration begin?
I took my first art lesson at 9 years old, and since then I've just really loved every medium of art. I do what, so this book was done in watercolor and gouache like medium by hand, and I also work in acrylic, I work in digital painting, and at school I've been able to explore that a lot too.
Okay, so you won a contest with this work, and then you figure, maybe I'm onto something here. How did you go about finding a publisher?
Yeah, it was such an interesting journey for me because it was my very first time even approaching like publishers. So I took a lot of advice from professors, from anyone that I could learn from, and I reached out to a lot of publishers. And how I found Arsenal Pulp Press is actually I went on social media and was like, I have this book and story that I care a lot about and I want to share it with somebody. And they reached out to me, and it was a really wonderful connection and experience.
That was meant to be. What's been the reaction so far?
It has been really heartwarming. I didn't expect that everyone could, oh, so many people could resonate with this story. When I wrote it first, it was mostly from my own personal like expression, but I realized just like how universal the story about like embracing your family and embracing these unique aspects of yourself can be. And so
Now,
it's been really rewarding.
I'm looking at that image behind you. I know you've got some of your artwork on the wall there. I see the Golden Gate Bridge. Is that your image of San Francisco?
Yes, it is. I chose this as like I'm working on a short film that is a love letter to San Francisco, and so I've been exploring some of the visuals here.
Well, and do you have any body or any particular style that influences your work?
Ooh, I take a lot of inspirations from everywhere. For children's books, I really look towards John Classen and Matt Forsyth's like illustrative qualities. They have this very dreamy look to their work, and that's what I try to achieve with mine as well.
Nice. So what are you working on next? I know you've still got courses to get through, and as you're saying, this short movie, but any plans to work on another book?
Yeah, I do. I have lots of ideas that I hope to explore more. My next topic is I want to talk about this traditional art form called Chinese shadow puppets, and they have this really rich history to them in China and ancient China, and I really hope that I can like bring this art form back to life and like create a really meaningful story with
Karina,
it.
you are an amazing talent. Thank you so, so much. I see bright things in your future. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Gloria.